Hello there guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the FIFA 20 career mode with Napoli. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far guys. For this episode, and I think for the next couple of episodes, I'm going to do a post-match commentary, post-match, bloody hell, too busy playing the game, post-match interview. I'm going to do a post-commentary, just because I've wanted to, after that Genk loss, I just thought maybe I'm not best playing while live commentating. I thought, you know what, I'm going to put my headphones on, play games and then commentate afterwards, hopefully play a little bit better as well, because like I say, that loss to Genk I think must have got to me a bit, obviously, to lose to them so early on, like I say, first game of Champions League, and it, you know, frustrated me a lot. So I thought I'm going to play on my own, not commentate, and then commentate afterwards. Hopefully the videos are still as good. Like I said, there'll be a lot shorter videos. I think this one's on about 12-13 minutes, but that's because I've got in it this bit here where I'm buying the edit player option from the catalogue. Now I wanted to buy that obviously for the new scouted players that come in. You might have things like tucked shirts or horrible boots, and like I say here as well, I'm buying new boots from the store. So I've got loads of I can't even think what they're called, coins or ESA catalogue coins or something along them lines. I've got loads of coins and I very rarely use them. So there's nothing better as well that when you get a player and you put new boots on him, I just feel like the player feels better and plays better. Now I don't know if that's just me or if you guys feel the same, but I wanted to add some new boots, even to like Madison and Marlon. I just think because they're more attacking players, it mattered more to me than Canate did. Now, like I say, that's just personal preference, but I just wanted to change a few. Like I say, I bought a few from the store. Not many standout boots, if I'm honest, but like I say, I picked up the ones I could. So, into the first game here, we have an away game against Leeds. Now, before this, I changed the formation back at the start of the episode. Just back to the usual 4-2-2. On FIFA it says 4-4-2, but I use it as a 4-2-2. That's the way I play it anyway. Like I say, an early attempt here from, well, almost an attempt from Mertens, but luckily, not luckily, unluckily, blocks. We've got a through ball here into the box, across, and Insigne there, lucky to get on the end of that before it went out of play, and that made it 1-0. We got the replay here, like I say, lovely through ball, low cross in, and Insigne got on the end of that to make it 1-0. This game was actually pretty easy, to be honest. After the Genk game, I was a little bit worried about the difficulty, but once playing this game, I played a few games afterwards. I don't want to spoil anything, but obviously after playing a few games afterwards, I feel a lot more comfortable with the team. Like I say, now I don't know if that's just me getting used to the team or the team morale. Obviously that's one of the new features this year. I don't know if that's playing effect, I don't know, but half time there you can see we are in control of the game. They haven't even had a shot, not even an attempt on goal or anything, or not even on target. But unfortunately there, I thought that was going in, if I'm honest. An attempt by Insigne, but unfortunate not to go in or even on target. From the way I looked at it, like I say, I thought it was going in. Like I say, cross through here to Insigne, fires it in, and Insigne is an amazing player. Somehow I've managed to get the best out of him. Now, like I say, the first few episodes, I didn't think I'd get the best out of either of them, if I'm honest. You know, with them being so short, you know, it's a lot easier sometimes with some teams to play it out wide, cross it in and get the head on it. But with these two, I knew I had to play a little bit different, a lot more passes around the middle and play it through the middle and through balls as well. But Insigne is incredible. So I bought on 3 subs here in the second half. We're 2-0 up and we felt comfortable. So I thought, why not bring on a few subs, possibly get a goal with one of them, or, you know, just get their overall and just get comfortable with playing with them as well. But we're on the counter-attack here. Lozano going down the right on his own. Loads of space. He is basically a super sub for me and fires it in their back corner of the goal. Like I say, bringing him on in the second half is great. Because when players are a lot more tired, bringing him on, I think he's got something ridiculous like 93 pace. So once he's going like that on the counter-attack, he cannot be catched. Another through ball, over the top ball, sorry should I say, played over to Insigne, and this is for his hat-trick, and fires it in, bottom corner. And the touch I made just before, like I say, getting the finesse off, because I wanted to get onto his right foot, because both him and Mertens are right-footed. Like I say, I wanted to get that touch on, just get onto his right foot, and I was worried the keeper would have collected it. You can see here, over the top, and I just wanted to get it through, and I didn't know if the keeper was going to carry on, you know, running out, collect the ball off my feet, unsure, but got the goal, and he's picked up his hat-trick, and that was a much better performance there from Insigne. Like I say, compared to the last game when we lost 2-0, very disappointing defeat, but you can see there from the match facts, We had a little bit less possession, but that doesn't really matter when you're on the counter-attacking football. You're going to have less possession, and that's not really anything I've done in the tactics. I've left the tactics the same, if I'm honest. I haven't actually touched them. It's something I was thinking about doing, changing the tactics up, maybe going press after possession loss, fast build up. I was going to do that, but I thought I was going to play the team how it is. Like I said, this is my first career mode on the game. Just get a feel for the team. Now, like I say, we're in the post-match interview, and the morales are very high. Insigne is very happy. I think that's the max there. It's a very small screen I'm looking on. I can't really make out, but I think that's the max. Now, like I said, I don't know if that game felt easy because morales are high. I know that was after the game, but they must have been higher before the game as well. Now, I don't know if that's a reason for the win. Because after this, the game did feel a lot more easier compared to when I did the Genk game, and I think a game before that where we drew. The games are coming a lot more easier to me now, a lot more comfortable. That could be just getting used to the team or the morales. Like I said, I don't know how much effect that morale system has on the players, how much better they play. But yeah, the team is coming along really nicely. So we're into our second game of the episode, a home game against, I'm not even going to try and pronounce, Cagliari, possibly. They have an attempt here, low crossing, or pass, sorry, should I say, but not to find anyone. We defended it really well. Another attempt here. Did a few attempts early on, but they defended really well. Koulibaly, an amazing centre-back. Same with Manolas there. It's great to have a team with defenders that are like 86, 87 rated, compared to like when I play, other teams or League One teams where you think, to defend this will be really easy, but with these two, defending just becomes a whole lot easier. Like I said, we get the first goal there, and Marlon's first goal, which is really nice for him to get, and he is a really tidy player, I've got to be honest. I think he's got something like 93 pace, which is absolutely ridiculous, because again, like Lozano, once he starts running, no one's catching him. And like I say, with him being a striker as well, he's got decent finishing, I believe. It could be in the 70s. But I do have him in the training section every week training. So hopefully his finishing get up into the 80s. And like I say, with the pace and the finishing, he'll be like the ultimate striker. And hopefully then replace Mertens. Because he is obviously getting on a bit. Overall's going to go down, etc, etc. So into second half here. They had an attempt, unfortunately not to go in. I actually thought it went in the game, if I'm honest. I actually thought it went in. So I'm at the moment, whilst playing this, I'm thinking it's 1-1. They have another attempt here, and they actually score from this. Oh no, not from this, sorry. This second clip here, they actually score. Pick up the ball off me, and like I say, I just can't defend, and they smash one in. And that makes it 1-1. Now, disappointing, I know. A draw, something I didn't want to be drawing, if I'm honest. But, it can be like that at time. And early in this, just a few minutes ago, I'm saying it's a lot easier to defend. But there's goals like that where the AI will just literally outperform me, and I can't do anything about it. A pretty more even game compared to the last one. They obviously had 4 attempts, 2 shots on goal. Like I say, a much better opponent. But anyway, that's the end of that one. So, we're into the post-match interview, and Mario Rui actually getting into the press. He has become a really good player so far for us. Like I say, he scored 2 goals so far, one in the pre-season tournament and then one in the early episodes, I think episode 2 or 3. A fluke goal. Both goals have been quite fluke actually, crossing it in, opposition headering it into their own nets. Now that is bizarre. I don't understand how that happens twice. But here we're going to sign some of the youth talent that we've actually assigned. And it's funny how literally the 3 players that I have signed into the team have all been defenders. Or it might be 2 players, I can't mind now. It's 3 or 2. Now it's funny how them have all been defenders, which isn't great, because obviously I'm wanting attackers, I want to play attacking football, but obviously defenders is nice. And obviously, like I say, Marco Rui and our right back, Marco, why do I keep calling him Marco? Mario, right back, I can't think of his name at the moment, but they're 79 and 80 rated. Now I can get some young talent in, and they become 85, 86 rated. Instead of me having to go out and buy someone, we'll save us a lot of money and allow us to spend money on attackers in the future. We're into our last game of the episode, a home game, and here we've got the Diego Maradona, not a statue, but sort of like a print on the stadium there. And as you can see, Insigne, 5 goals in 5 games, obviously averaging a goal a game there. and he's projected to get 36 goals. I don't know if that's just in the Serie A alone or just in general for this season. I don't know. I'm guessing the Serie A because they're showing it in this. I'm not too sure. But now we go against the lowest scoring team in the league. Now, it would have been very disappointing if I allowed them to get a goal against us after, you know, how decently well we've been doing. We haven't lost the game yet. Like I said, it's just the draws that are setting us apart from being at the top of the table. But here early on, we get a few attempts. Unfortunately, not being able to find the goal. That was a good attempt there by Mertens, I believe. But here, they're on the attack. And like I say, I did not want them to score at all. With them being the lowest scoring team and us having such high rated defence, having them score against us was really disappointing. But again, on the counter-attack for the second time this episode, Insigne, unfortunately not been able to get it in, but he did the second time. And to be honest, I didn't think that second attempt was going to go in. I thought he was going to, you know, go wide on the outside of the post and just not go in. But Insigne again picking up another vital goal for us. And he's becoming, like I say, a really, really good player to play with. At first, I thought Mertens were going to be the better player, but Mertens hasn't really been getting involved scoring. He's been more the assister and Insigne being more the finisher. But we go into half-time here, and we're just absolutely dominating. 7 shots on goal, and that was another attempt there that I thought might have gone in. Fabian's got a decent long shot on him, and I sort of wanted to get some long shots with him and Alan in, just because I'm thinking if I can score from outside the box, it'll save me obviously all the hassle of getting into the box when it can be difficult with Insigne being small and Mertens. Like I said, we put some subs on, wanted to fresh the legs up and obviously get into the second half, go in a lot more, possibly scored a second. But here Zielinski goes down, and obviously I'm thinking, is it a major injury? I'm not sure, but I sub him off along with I believe Callejon, or another player anyway. But that was the end of that game, and obviously I'm thinking, is this Zielinski injury too serious? Is he out for too long? It's not too big of a worry because I've got obviously Lozano that can come in, if need be, drop Mertens or Insigne onto the left, play Marlon up front. So in hindsight, I'm glad that I signed Marlon when I did, because I wasn't going to sign any players like striker wise. I wasn't going to get left back, right back, but now it's proving, you know, good that I went out and bought him because he saved me the hassle here when it comes to this. So here I'm obviously going to do the training. They're just the players I'm training at the moment, but obviously as international duties come, and obviously players like Madison may get called up and other players, you know, players are going to come in and out of the training, but I'm going to show them more or less every episode. But you can see there Zielinski's out for 3 weeks. And obviously with our next game, Liverpool in the Champions League. Now, we can't get a tougher game than that in our group stage, at least anyway. Obviously, Genk up there with 3 points, and Liverpool, Salzburg at the bottom with us. We're going to show the league table here just before we end off the episode. Like I say, Juventus at the top of the league. Not surprising at all. Fiorentina at the bottom, actually. They were the first team we played in this career mode. And we're going to go down just before the episode ends and show you some of the players that have maybe gone up in overall. Konate's gone up by 2 already. Manolas gone up by 1, for example. Mertens has gone down by 1. I believe I showed that last episode. But like I say, it's going to happen. Maybe I should have signed a replacement sooner, but maybe Marlon can become that replacement. I don't know, but hopefully he can. But if you have enjoyed today's episode, guys, leave a like down below. Leave a comment as well. And subscribe for any future episodes, and I will see you guys later on.